All right, good morning, folks. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning here in Maine. Temperature is 61 degrees right there. It was very brisk overnight. We had a low of like 58, and it was a long, long night. I drove straight from that spot we were fishing yesterday. Fished there till probably 9 o'clock, as you saw in the last video. And I didn't get into the town of Bangor, Maine, I think it's called, until 1:30 in the morning. So I woke up at 5:30. The latest we've woken up like the past week. It's 7:40 now. We just had to run a couple errands here in Walmart, get our morning coffee. But yeah, game plan for today, we're gonna ship it to Acadia National Park. It's literally just a couple miles down the road, and we should have a really electric day of fishing, so stay tuned for that. I'll catch you guys over there. Let's get into the park, and let's have ourselves a send, baby. You! What an insane fishing spot, guys. Right now we're on the edge of like a 100-foot cliff right here, and we're about to do some fishing. So the game plan for today is just gonna be jig off these cliffs. I'm trying to walk out to this point over here where we're being some deeper water. We'll be casting into almost 100 feet of water here. I mean, right here is probably 60, 80 feet, but we can get some far casts out there. We'll be ultra mega deep. And I have no idea what we're gonna target today. We may run into some pollock, which is probably gonna be our #1 species on the menu for today. But you never know out here. We could catch a number of cold water Atlantic species, cod, haddock, pollock, of course. Maybe run into some stripers or some bluefish. We are pretty far north for those species, but I'd love to catch a halibut out here, but the chances of that is slim to none. But regardless, let's get down on some rocks. Looks very, very beautiful. Such amazing scenery here. I mean, wow, dude. This place is gorgeous. What an unbelievable spot, man. This is just insane. This is Mother Nature's beauty in its finest, man. Acadia National Park, guys. Come check it out. Beautiful spot. It was worth the extra 270-mile drive from Massachusetts. Worth the God knows 12 hours I'm gonna have to drive back to Jersey. So far, if you've enjoyed this series, if you've been watching, if you've been tuning in, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. The more people that like the video, the more people that subscribe, the more views I get, and the more times I can come out here and make cool stuff for you guys. So we do have an incoming tide right here. I have to be pretty conscious because these main tides absolutely flood in. So folks, in order to get a couple species on the board right away, we're gonna start real light tackle here. My broken daiwa BG with a broken anti-reverse, and we're just gonna start jigging a small 1 ounce epoxy jig right here. I'm gonna cast out as far as possible, bounce the bottom, and this is just to get a couple fish on the board. I'd like to catch some bigger and some cool fish later, but if there's any mackerel and pollock, which is what should be around the most right now, that's what we're gonna run into. That's what's gonna eat this jig. So without further ado, let's get out there, start pitching a couple casts. Super light tackle here, but majority of these fish close to shore are probably gonna be pretty small. Just letting her sink all the way to the bottom, man. All right, so that's the bottom. Just give it a couple pops here along the bottom. No idea what's around. What could eat this jig? Could be nothing, but we're gonna try a couple different methods. Just try to cover as much water as possible. Oh, wow. Was that a fish or a rock? All right, nothing on that drop there. There's a fish. Is that a fish? I think so. Got something tiny. Oh yeah, first fish in Maine, baby. Here he comes, little guy. Oh, a little mackerel, huh? Oh yeah, a little mackie. Yeah, dude, check this guy out. Little Boston mackerel there, I'm pretty sure. Pretty fish. If I was planning on live lining him, I'd definitely keep him, but we might do that later. Let's send Big Buddy back. Cool little guy. First fish in Maine, baby. Let's see what else is down there. That guy bit the epoxy. Just trying to get as many species as possible today. Literally fishing for whatever bites here. And hopefully something that we can eat too. I love to do a catch and cook here in the park. Cool though, first fish on the board. Yoo! Neat little first fish right there, a little Boston mackerel. I believe that's what that guy was. And we'll see if we can jig anything else up here. If not, we'll switch up techniques. But those guys definitely make great bait. If you guys watched the last video, at the end of the day, I started chunking those guys up. I mean, the bite was on fire on those mackerel chunks. So, but as for now, let's just do a little species reconnaissance. See what lives down here in the Gulf of Maine. All right, that's our cue to get out of here. The water is just super high and it's got a ways to go. I don't want any of my stuff getting soaked, nor do I want to get swept off these rocks. So back on the move, let's get it. So folks, unfortunately the deep water jigging was just not as fruitful as I had hoped. I had a couple smaller bites there, but the snag to bite ratio is just outrageous. I mean, I broke off 3 big heavy jigs here. I'm pretty much relegated to like 1 or 2 more, which are only moderate weight. So we have miles upon miles of good water to fish. So I do want to get trapped a little bit more. It gets even deeper the farther out we go. So yeah, let's just head up there a little bit. See if we can maybe jig some pollock off the shore, go for something a little easier. Let's scale this cliff here and get to that other side. Talk about a hike. Just your casual shoreline fishing adventures here. You know, just scaling mega cliffs. Just not easy, I'll tell you that. It would be sick if we could get on some dope fish though. But this is what we're jigging pretty much. When we're down there jigging off the bottom of the base, this cliff just keeps on going all the way down. So we're pretty much just jigging off structure just like this, just covered in grass and fish. But just such cool terrain to be a part of, and having the opportunity to soak a line here is just incredible. Yeah. Oh wow, got a lot more to cover. Everything just looks so good. So hard to decide what to fish and what not to, but I am here just to enjoy the sights and sounds of Acadia National Park regardless. So the more I can see, the better. So we're gonna try to get to that point way out there. Folks, so we took a little bit of a stroll. We're at a really good outcropping right here. We got plenty of water getting suspended in here. We're here at the top of the tide. Although it is way windy here, we got wind straight in our face, so we'll eventually work our way down to that cove over there. But as for now, let's see if we can get a little pollock or something. This technique's gonna be real sky and real slow. The tide should start dropping soon too, which will be good. There he is. There he is. We got him. We got one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. My first ever little pollock here. Let him go real quick. Awesome. On the little jig. We'll get a better picture. Let's see if we can get one more though. Find an actual bite here. That was cool. Second cast too. So again, guys, doing nothing super special here. We just got a small 1/2 ounce Mad Mantis jig. I've caught tons of bluefish down in Jersey on this guy. It's a really good snapper bluefish bait, but these fish are relatively the same size, so should be some fun on here on the light tackle. 20-pound fluoroleader, 20-pound braid. This is what we should have been doing instead of deep water jigging with this rod, but we got one down. Let's keep casting this cove right here. Really rough conditions here at the top of the tide, but Let's see if we can drag out a couple more pollock, and if we get some nice ones, we'll throw them in the backpack, keep them for later. Small cast right there in the wind. The one that hit really close to shore. So I'm just reeling them real slow. Couple little jigs here and there, nothing crazy. There he is. There he is. There he is. Woo! Putting up a bit of a fight here in the current. Light tackle is perfect for him. Oh yeah. I'm really not too sure how big these guys get, but I would say it's a decent one right there. Cute little guy. Well, we got this guy in the gill and the eye, so unfortunately we're gonna have to keep him. He's gonna bleed out and die, so no point in releasing him. This guy will make decent fish and chips though later for sure. Whew. Cool little fish, man. So cold. These Maine fish are just freezing. We'll toss them back up there, keep them nice and cool, away from the birds. And we don't have to bring any ice. We'll just keep them right there and we'll check in on them later. Oh, there he is. There he is right away. Oh yeah, this is fun, man. It's way more rewarding than that deep water jigging I was doing. Just getting snags mostly. There he comes. Another chubby one. I'm pretty sure we can catch as many of these as we want, so let's go get a release on this guy. There's no rush to catch a quick limit, however many that is. Another pollock, man. Woo! Feels good to catch some fish after snapping off a whole bunch of jigs. Phew! Gnarly, bro. Gnarly. I wonder if we can catch a fish off this 100-foot cliff. Small jig, pitch it out a couple feet. Got him, got one. Oh my God, we caught one from up here. This I did not think about. Putting up a good fight. Oh yeah, baby pollock. Now that's pretty cool. Little baby pollock. All right, bud. Cannonball. This spot looks so good. Sharp, sheer face. We can get right down here and fish. All right, let's give it a try here. This looks really good. And we got the wind right at our back too. Nice and cool with this Atlantic breeze. What a spot. Oh, I thought we were on instantly. There he is, there he is, there he is. Oh yeah, Mr. Pollock. Little guy. Now that's a real baby right there. What a beaut. See you, buddy. I wonder if there's a secret to catch some bigger ones. So much fun though in the light tackle though. Getting bit every cast. There he is. Another micro pollock right there, man. A true northern fish. So cool to catch these guys off land. Quick release on him. Boop. There he goes. It's like every cast out here now. Just got the technique down. Just bomb it as far as possible with the wind. Let it hit the bottom. And then just reeling him real slow. So we're just reeling her in nice and steady. There he is. Oh, that one feels a little better. Just as seen on TV. Oh yeah, she's chunky. This guy's been eating pretty good. He's pretty fat. We had another bleeder here, so we'll add this guy to the table. Not giant, but he's got some decent chunks on him. Make some all right fillets. Oh, a little pool of water right here. Toss that guy in. It's that cold Maine water. It's got to be upper 50s, low 60s. Beautiful, beautiful Atlantic water, though, crystal clear. There he is. There he is. Oh yeah. Another decent one there. I don't think they get much bigger than this. We'll keep this guy as well. This looks like a really good spot here. I mean, this is just beautiful, man. Such an insane area. I mean, if I could figure out how to catch big fish here, I would never leave, but this is probably one of those difficult places to fish I've ever been. I mean, the fact there's so much structure and water. The backside of this island here looks really promising. We can get our jig back there without getting snagged. Oh, there he is. Thumped it, dude. Feels like a better pollock compared to all the other ones. Oh yeah. Can we have a potentially new PB pollock? Oh yeah, buddy, that's a giant. Oh yeah, baby. The jig produces. Beautiful. All right. Well, we lost those keepers back there. It's the first big one I've gotten since then, so we'll bleed them out and keep them for sure. Boom. All right, another one bites the dust. Whew. Let's get a couple more. Catch and cook on the way. Little white daiwa zakara jig. Finally stopped casting, retrieving, and jigged it, and we've been getting a bunch more bites that way because I think it kind of gives the fish opportunity to analyze the bait and realize it's in distress and needs to be eaten. There he is. There he is. Whoa. Little drag. Oh yeah. Boom. Another pretty fish. I mean, by today's standards, this is a big fish, I guess. Chunky guys. Again, we'll get some decent fillets on them. They're really good fish to eat. So dude, this spot is insane. Look, there's a little cave right back here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how deep this is, bro. That is gnarly, man. Wow. I wonder if there's fish in here. There's got to be. Oh yeah. Boom, big one. Out of this little cave on the vertical jig. Absolute beaut, man. Again, I know these aren't giant fish by any means, but they're definitely gonna do for a nice dinner. Flay them up. They're roughly the same size as the kingfish and stuff we catch down in South Jersey, so I'm no stranger to catching small fish, but this is a big small fish for today. There he is. There he is. Whoa. Nice size pollock, bro. That's another nice big one. What a gorgeous place. What a gorgeous fish, man. Such a gorgeous day. Oh, there we are. Little guy. Little micro pollock. Could almost fry this baby whole. See you, dude. Literally a cave in there, man. Wow. Catching fish at a spot like this, guys, is just a bonus. This is just so unreal to be at. What a gorgeous place, a gorgeous day. It's a wonderful trip it's been. I mean, I keep saying it, I know it might be getting corny, but like, this is really a surreal moment right now. There he is. There he is. Pretty guy, man. These are so fun to catch. Another keeper too. Oh yeah. Oh, big one, big one, big one. Oh, jumbo pollock, baby. That is by far the biggest of the day. That is a thick fish. And I believe that puts us one fish away from having ourselves our self-imposed limit here. So see if we can catch one jumbo. Everything else we're just gonna release, I think. Dude, they're chewing right now. Chewing. They're just absolutely stacked on the outgoing tide. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. On the fall, out deep. This guy actually feels big too. Another chunker. Oh yeah, good size one. Good size pollock. Oh baby. That's a beast. That's a beat right there. That's the last one we're gonna keep too. So folks, of course, all good things must come to an end. I snapped off that beautiful daiwa zakara jig on a rock here, then lost two more. To save room on the pack out and a bunch of smell in my bag, we're just gonna fillet the fish here. I picked up this $2 Walmart fillet knife this morning. I'm just gonna chop these guys up, rinse them off, throw them in a Ziploc bag, and then begin our trek home. It's around 4 o'clock now. We give it a solid 6-hour grind here, and we still got to go to the grocery store, get some ingredients before we can get to cooking, so stay tuned. All right, folks, we magically teleported here into the parking lot. We're right outside Acadia. They do close pretty shortly, so I kind of want to get this on the road. I don't know if we're gonna get kicked out or whatever, but again, you're not allowed to be overnight here in the park. So wanted to get this catch and cook done by sunset. We just stopped at the grocery store, picked up everything we need for our catch and cook here, and we're all set up, baby. So brand new debut on the channel here. Coleman stovetop, got the propane tank on the side, our Walmart fillet knife. In this box, we got our fish, mussels, some eggs, butter. I mean, we got everything all set up here, so let's ready to get cooking because I'm starving. It's been pretty much 12 hours since I ate, so let's get to it. So step one here, the last catch and cook took way too long for this step to really happen. We got our olive oil here. We're gonna put them in the cast iron pan for the fries, for our fish and chips, and for the fish over here. And we're gonna put some oil in this pan here for the fish. So fries, fish and chips. Wait, it has an automatic lighter? No shot. Thing lights itself. Pretty much all the oil, actually. All right. That's all of our oil we got. None left. All right, here's our Pollock fillets from earlier. Just gonna pat them dry so the flour can sit more evenly on top of them. Our choice seasoning tonight's gonna be the Old Bay, of course. Sprinkle that generously on there. Love me some Old Bay. Boom, looks good to me. Next step, gonna get some flour on there. Ooh, boom. Very messy process here, but just coat that real nice and evenly there as well. And obviously the most important step, guys, to any fish and chips recipe is gonna be that beer batter. So we did find an IPA just rolling around the street somewhere. We got that guy, and we're gonna crack some eggs, get those two. All right, we got an all day IPA here. Founders, no idea what this is going to taste like, but we're not here for the alcohol anyway. We're just using it in the recipe. Pretty sure we messed up the steps here now that I realize this. The beer's supposed to go with the flour. I'm not supposed to coat it like that, but it's all right. We'll figure out how to do this regardless. So quick little side note here, folks. I just bought a dozen eggs. I realized I don't even need them. I just refreshed my memory, and I was thinking about when I actually use the egg in this mixture, and I don't at all. So we got our batter here. We got our fish already coated in the flour and the Old Bay. So let's put 1 and 2 together, make some fish and chips. It's pretty hot. There we are. Bit messy, but gonna make it work. Just want to do a couple at a time because I don't want the oil splashing around all over the place while I'm down here. All right, sizzling lightly right there. Of course, I always forget something, and just happened to be that we forgot tongs on this trip here. So we're gonna have to use our scissors and try to flip them this way. Not the most ideal way to do this, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, the first batch has not been as good as I had anticipated. The oil just was not hot enough. Same problem as I had last time, but we still have plenty more to go. And it'll be perfected by the next batch. Boom. Yeah, initial batch just pretty soft. We weren't able to get that oil that hot to crisp it up. So while the oil heats up to the desired temperature, we're gonna chop up the fries now and get those guys ready at least. They're a little bit easier. So as you can see, not having an even surface to cut on definitely had its drawbacks here. So we got whatever shape these fries are supposed to be. We're gonna put some Old Bay on them, throw them in the oil. All right, and now it's time for attempt number 2 with the fish and chips over here. There we go. Way better crisp second time around. Sun's getting low. Time to drop the fries in here. Hopefully the oil is ready. Seems like we're having a tough time just getting the oil hot. So that's doing pretty good. There we go. That's what you want to see. Boom. try to clean all this mess up real quick because we only have a couple minutes to eat before the moose and the bears come out and start eating us alive. There we go. There's our fish as part of the fish and chips. Looks pretty good. The chips are still taking their time over there. So making fish and chips is definitely way easier at your house. This was an absolute mess. I'm not gonna say it was a fail because it's never really a fail, but definitely learned a couple lessons here. I don't think I'll be making fish and chips again. It was way too much work for my level of talent, but honestly, the fish, you see that guy right there? That is a perfect fish and chips fish. I mean, that was good. We ended up doing 4 batches, and these are all part of the 3rd batch right there. You can hear that crunch is exactly what you're looking for. Very good. It's just all about getting that oil hot though. If you can't get that oil hot, there's just no point in doing it. It took so long to get that oil hot, and it was pretty much impossible to keep it hot. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, we eat a hungry stomach all day. The Pollock, definitely really good. Well, folks, long awaited, Drake and 21 Savage just dropped a brand new album. All right, anyways, guys, thank you all for tuning into this video. This series was probably my favorite series thus far I've done on the channel. I mean, literally 10 days, 5 + 5, 10 days in my car, cruising from South Jersey all the way up to Maine, literally sending it every single day. I mean, the amount of weight I lost on this trip just from not eating and hiking and fishing for 12+ hours a day was surreal. I mean, I had an absolutely fantastic time, and I really think I made some cool videos for you guys. So, ended on a kind of a rough note there with the catch and cook. I mean, you guys didn't see because I edited it down. That catch and cook took me probably an hour and a half. It was an absolute disaster, complete mess. I had to clean everything up in the dark. I couldn't really get a shower there in the national park, so I had to go to bed, like, just absolutely gross. I did actually fish one more day after this video, but I really just did the same thing, caught a bunch of pollock. I was trying to catch some other fish on mackerel chunks, but couldn't catch mackerel. Ended up going on a cool hike, and actually hiked Precipice Trail or Precipice Peak, whatever that trail's called in Acadia. Did a pretty sick hike. It was an awesome trip and great way to end it. So, and a great way to end the summer. So it's November now, as you guys can probably see outside. And this was probably 2 months ago. So it's time to move on from this series. Time to record the next Epic Sends. So there's already a couple dope videos lined up for the channel. So thank you all so much for tuning into the series. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on the channel. I really do appreciate all those things, and they do mean a lot. Even though they're just little second actions, they do mean a lot for the channel. And I mean, if you made it this far in the video, it's 27 minutes long, probably 29 minutes long by the time I'm done editing. Thank you all for tuning in this video. Thank you all for tuning into the series. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Never end the send, baby. Never end the send.